term 1 CBSE will conduct MCQ exam. Now in that, option will be given to you and you have to select the correct answer. Like here, one word answer you have typed it. Now invalid identifier means the keywords cannot be identifier. We know true is a keyword and the others were valid identifiers. So answer will be true here because invalid identifier, it is a keyword. So if MCQ will come in November exam by CBSE, then you will have options. So only true you have to select from this. Next, given the list, write the output of print L:5. Now :5 means from starting till before the fifth index. So 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. So the output will be in square bracket 1, 3, 6, 82 and 5. So both the answers were correct without square bracket also. Here the incorrect answer it was given. You can see here incorrect answer it was given with square bracket, without square bracket. So any one whichever you have done will be correct here. Next question was identify the valid logical operator in Python from the following. Now valid logical operator is, logical means less than sign is there, these are relational, then 2 star will be your arithmetic, and not and or are logical. So here the answer will be not, not. Clear? So in this question the answer will be not. Next, identify the valid declaration of L. Now L in round in parenthesis means it will be tuple. So you can check your answer here. You can see the answer is tuple. Next, evaluate the following expression. Now how to evaluate from left to right? First percent, so 3 to the 6% will be 0. Then we will skip plus, then 4 to the power 2, so 4 4 the 16, then double slash 5, so it will be 5 3 the 15, so 3. Now from left, 0 plus 3 minus 8, so it will be minus 5. So answer is minus 5, so it is correct. Next, evaluate the following expressions. Not 10, greater than 5, and so we will start. Not 10 means it is false. Here not 18 will be false. Now greater than 5 will be true. And first let us solve all the logical one. So this will be true. 7 greater than 12 will be false. Or not means 0 greater than 30 will be false. So 18 is greater than 30, false, false. Then so first logical you will apply here. So first logical means 10 is greater than 5, true. Then 7 is greater than 12, false. So now you will apply after logical, solving the logical part. After solving the relational part, then you will apply the logical. 18 greater than 30 is false. Now you will apply the logical. So not true will be equals to false, and false, so this will be false, or true. So answer will be true. Because or is there, if any one is true, output will be true. So here the output will be true. Now next, which of the following function is a built-in function in Python? You all know print, input, all these are built-in function. You can check it. So print is the built-in function. Rest all you require modules. For the others you require modules. So import module name you have to give and then you can do it. Now next is maximum of these three. Now which is the maximum? 0, false will be the maximum. Then the minimum of these. So false is your minimum. Now you can check here. False means 0, minus 3 and minus 4. Now maximum of 0, minus 3 and minus 4 will be 0. So false. Next, minimum of false 2 and 7. So false is 0. So minimum of these three will be 0, that is false. So here the output will be false. Next, which of the following is the use of function in Python? In Python, we use function for creating the modules which are reusable, which you can call as many times you want. So don't provide better modularity, no. Are reusable, you cannot also create we can create. So answer will be the second one. So only it is the reusable piece of program is correct. In the others, don't word is used, so the other two are wrong. Clear? Next question is the function random.randint4. So here it will be 0 to 4 can return only one of the values. Which one? Now you can check here which one integer value. So only 3 is correct. Now here error it is showing because you haven't given the start value. In this actually randint you have to give the start and the stop both. Only in range you can give the stop, but in randint you have to give the start and stop. So here error message will be displayed. Next, write the invalid operators in the following. Now which one is invalid? And is logical, or is logical. This is relational, yes. Now this one is invalid. Is also an operator. So equals to greater than is invalid. First greater than, then equals to will come. Equals to greater than is invalid. Write the type of tokens from the following. Computer is a string, it is in double quotes. Now string can be a constant, so here the answer will be literals, constant. So this third one is the answer, literal, correct. Write the type of tokens from the following. Now here this is an identifier, it can start with an underscore and you can use numbers and alphabets. So this is an identifier. Yes, correct. This is an identifier. Next, name the Python library module which need to be imported to invoke the following function. Now write row. Writer, write row and reader for CSV, import CSV you were doing and you were using this write row function. So answer will be CSV. So import CSV you have to do and then CSV dot write row. Then only you can write rows one by one. Next, what are the process of giving multi-line comments in a Python program? Triple quotes, this already last year we have done. For single line hash and for multi-line triple quotes. So this third one is triple quotes. Third one is the correct answer. Now triple quotes, normally how you type the triple quotes? Single quotes 3 times we are typing. Next, which is the correct form of declaration of list? List will be in square brackets with the values. Here it is a string value. So string will be in single quote. So the first one is the correct. Second one round bracket is a tuple. Third one is a dictionary. Fourth one equals to sign missing. Fifth one the string is not in single quote. So first one is correct answer. You can check here. You can see this green tick. This is showing the correct answer. So first one is the correct answer here. Next question, identify the valid declaration of D1 colon D1 equals to, it is in curly brace, so it is a dictionary. So answer will be the fourth one, that is a dictionary. You can see this green tick here in dictionary. Clear? This green tick you can see. So dictionary is the correct answer. With this you can check your answers. Now output questions. In this def, first function welcome will be called. So message will be equal to welcome. Into number is 1. So once welcome will be printed. And then second time viewers and 3. So num will be 3 and viewers. So 3 times viewers will be printed under welcome. So you can see here B is the correct answer. 3 times viewers is printed. So you can see here B is the correct option. Next question, output of the following code snippet. Now here when you are calling function, value of y is 2 and x is 1. So 1 and 2. So 1 plus 2 is 3, x will become 3. Y equals to y plus 1. So value of y is 2 plus 1 is 3. So y is also 3. So both are 3. So here you can see which is the correct answer. This is E. E is both are 3. E 3 and 3. Clear? If you have any doubt in any question, you just ask me. I will explain you once again. What is the output of the following program? Now res equals to outer fun 5, 10. So A is 5, B is 10. Now you are calling here def inner function cd, return c plus d, return inner function a comma b. Now what is happening here? First, when this is called outer function, 5 and 10 is given to a and b, 5 and 10. Now inside this you are finding this inner function which is being given what value? 5 and 10 only. Now here these you will see 15 is correct. So 5 and 10, and it is returning c plus d. 5 plus 10 is 15. So 15 it is returning. Yes. Now here this return inner function is a part of outer function. It is in the block of outer function. So what is happening when def outer function 5 and 10, a is having the value of 5, b 10, that time return inner function this is called, and in inner function again value of a and b are given, that is 5 and 10, and it is returning with 5 plus 10, that is 15. Now it is returning back here. Return means it will return here, so res will have 15 and print res, so it will print 15. So 15 is the correct answer. Next, from random import randint for I in range 5. Now here 5 means 0 to 4. 0 to 4 means 5 times it will be executed. Print random 1 comma 5. So but here only randint you have imported, so here error will be generated. Now in this what is happening? From random you have imported only randint function, the random function of random. One is random.random we were using, second was random.randint we were using. So here randint will execute. If you write randint instead of random, then it will get executed, but random you have written and import random you haven't written. So here it will show error message. So error will be generated. Which function you want to use, you have to import that function. On assigning a value to a variable inside a function, it automatically becomes a global variable. No, false. On assigning a value to a variable inside a function. Inside a function it is local. So this will be false. Yes, correct. It is false. Next question, what will be the output of the following? X is 12, F1 is called, X becomes 15, print 15. So it is printing inside this local, inside this F1. So the local value it will print. So answer will be 15, 1, 5, 15. Next, what will be the output of the following code? Here, first PQRS is 1, 2, 3, 4. We are calling F 5, 10, 15. So here it will be 5, 10, 15. P will be 5, then Q will be 10 and S will be 15. Now P is becoming 10, 20 and 30 and it is printing inside this F. So obviously it will print all the local values except S is global. So value of S only it will take from outside, rest all the value, that also is changing. Global S you are changing here to 40. So it will be 10, 20, 30, 40. So this C will be the correct answer. Correct. Next, output questions again. Now here function with value 25 and C is 24. So what will happen? A will be 25, B will be 5 and C will be 24. So what it will print? A is 25, B is 5. So first A is the correct answer. C is 24. Clear? Only we are passing the value of A and C. B we are not giving, so B will take the default value, that is 5. So A is, this first one is the correct answer. Next, what will be the output of the following Python code? Now here we are calling the function with 230 and 400. So 230 and 400 is passed. We are adding all that, so it will be 432. So the answer will be 432. So correct. You can check the answer. All the green ticks you can check your answer is correct or not. Next, write the output. Now here T is having this tuple. Sum is 0. For int, now first thing is where you are calling, okay, no function, okay, tuple is this, sum is 0, int 1 by 1 value you are taking. If it is divisible by 2, then it is adding 10 and giving to sum, and if it is not divisible by 2, it is adding 5 and giving to sum. So first one is divisible by 2, so it will add 10, so it will be 12. Second one not divisible, so 5 plus 3 is 8 plus 12, 20. 4 is divisible, so 14. So 20 plus 14. Now this you should write it, and then whenever you will get this type of questions, you just note down in copy so that there is no confusion, and then you solve it. So first value is 2, that is 12. Second value is 3 plus 5 is 8. Third value is 4 divisible by 2, so 10 plus 10, 14. 5 plus 5 is 10. 6 is divisible by 2 plus 10 is 16. 7 is not divisible, 7 plus 5 is 12. 8 is divisible, plus 10 is 18. So this you have to add it. You can add 8, 9, 10, 14, 20, 30, 0, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So answer will be 90. So you check here your answer. Answer is 90. Yes, correct answer is 90. Correct. Now next question is output of the following. S is this, S1 is empty, I in S 1 by 1 character. If it is lowercase, it is converting into uppercase. If it is capital, converting into lower. If it is digit, then it is taking here string of int I plus 2. So it is adding 2 to it. So the first one is a digit, it will add 2, so it will become 3. Second one is a digit, add 2, 4, so 34. Then capital letters will become small letters and small letters will become capital, and wherever at the rate or special character is there, it will become dollar. So the answer will be 3, 4, small ab, capital CD, dollar. You can check here 3, 4, small ab, capital CD, dollar. Correct answer. Understood how to solve it? Next output question is for random. Now here random means 5 to 10, any value it will take and it will print. Again next 5 to 10, any value with one space, so it will be in the same row and between 5 to 10. So first one is wrong because 105 to 110 it should be, it is wrong. Second one 105 to 110, this is also wrong, 103 and 4 is not allowed. Third one is correct, 110 is correct. Fourth one is wrong. So any value between 105 to 110 should be correct. So only the third answer is correct. Yes, the third answer is correct. Clear? Next, function questions. Now these are your MCQ questions. So you practice all these questions because this will be asked in your board exam, this monthly test. as well as in your CBSE term 1 exam in November. So I'm showing it which argument or parameter is used in function call. So when we are calling a function, actual parameter or argument we are using. Next, argument in function passed in. So whenever we are passing argument, it is in circular bracket parenthesis. So second one is the correct answer. Correct. How is the function declared in Python? Def and then the function name. So this third one is correct. Def function name. Rest you can see some mistakes are there. Along with function name, the round bracket or the parenthesis should be there. Which of the following items are present in the function header? In function header, you have the function name and the parameter list only. Return value is not there in the function header. So both A and B. This fourth will be your correct answer, both A and B. Next, which one of the following is the correct way of calling a function? When we call a function, only name of the function with the argument. So first one is correct. Yes, first one. Next, which of the following is the use of id function in Python? Now, id returns the identity. Every object does not have a unique. Yes, this is also correct. So, here id returns the identity of the object, and so it is asking about only the id function, not about it. So, use of id function is, it is used to return the identity of the object. So only the first one will be correct. Next, what is the output of the expression len? Length of this tuple 1, 2, 3, 4. So 4 will be your answer. Length means 4 elements are there. So you can see 4 is the correct answer. Next, predefine function to find length. So len already you have used above. Len is the function for finding the length of a string or list or tuple, etc. So len is the correct answer. Next, select the correct function header. Now function header will have def, name of the function, in bracket arguments. Now left argument is having default and right is not having. So B cannot be the, only C is having, right can have, all can have, but like you can see here, the fifth option in which A is not having the default value. So it is wrong. So only the third option is correct. Rest in fourth option colon is missing. And in other options the default value is given to the others. Like here A should have the default value. You cannot give C the default value and A is not having the default value. Same case in second one also. First one is correct, but here the name of the function cannot have a space. So here underscore if you give, then it will be correct. You cannot give space. You cannot use two words, different words in the name. Select the correct function call. When you are calling the function, that time without argument, this is correct. So last one is the correct answer. Yes, correct. C equals to calc. Def, if you are using, it is a function header, not a call statement. Then while giving the values, B is not having any value here. If suppose B you have given, and as well as this colon you cannot give here. This colon is also wrong. B if you have given the value earlier, okay, then, but this colon is wrong. And the first one underscore is missing between calc and sum. So D is the correct answer. How many parameters arguments are there in a function to calculate area for, this is very easy. Area for rectangular ground, you have 2, length and breadth. So 2 parameters are used. Now next topic is your data file handling. So any doubt in function? So we have done today all the function questions and the output questions, that is the revision tool we have done. Now next we will do, in our next class we will do all the data file handling, that is your text file, binary file questions. So all the MCQ regarding your binary file, text file, this we will do in next class, because in your November CBSE term 1 also MCQ will come, so we will do it nicely. So data file handling, then binary files, then CSV files, and the other topics also. So all the MCQ we will do it nicely. So any doubt till here?